Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in the previous video I have shown how you can create a table, p table, and these all the steps I have told in the previous video. And today I am going to tell you many points here for the Angular whoever is working to do as a complete Angular project to be run. There is certain things which has to be there. For example, based on the API calls you want to show the loaders. Okay, and based on API call you want to add a token for that user for a specific one, and the second is how you can sorting a data. So then these 3 points I'm gonna explain you today. So already I have done the code logic, just I will show you and I will try to explain because it's having a lengthy codes. So that's the reason to time being I have written all the codes. Okay, so once I will refresh this page, here you can see the loader is coming here, right? Fraction of second based on the API calls it is coming. So for example, for now I will stop my backend code and I will try to refresh the page again. Here you can see the loader is coming and here we get that the backend server is down. Okay, so this is why you are able to see because of that token addition intersector we have added there to check all the things over here. So we are adding the token for the headers for the specific API, how many APIs it is getting called, and once the API is over, so your loader is also will become as a invisible. So now I will start it again. So now come to the code. So first of all I will go inside here app.component. Okay, so first you have to create a one interface. Okay, so I am trying to go one by one. So why I have created this interface? Why? Because once the user is getting logged in, okay, so in my case right now I have not done the login part, but I will explain what does mean, what is the advantage of it. So these are the part who and all is already done the login part or register or sign up part. So they can include this class. Okay. After adding this interface, come to the user service. Inside the user service, first you have to go through this API with the login. So where we are calling the users, right? Just I made as a user entry from this interface. So we'll get the user detail here, right? Similarly for the registration and I refresh token. So here these all are been added here. Okay, so you can add similarly. So why I have added this one? Because I need all the method, all the functions need to be called in the services for the token creation. Okay, so I will show you once again. I will scroll one by one. If you want to make it down in your side, so you can go through it. So don't forget to add anything, so that will not accept in the service. So now once you have done that one, so now you come here. I will make as a full screen now. Leave about the constructor. Now come to the this method. Okay, here what I am doing here is I am taking the HTTP request. Okay, so once we will get that request, we will have the detail, right, which method is getting called. So let's come to the UI side. I will try to explain here. Token intersector API. Okay, so now what I am doing, just I do as a refresh. So here you can see this method is get called, right? So in the request, if I'll open it, let come to the console. In the request, which and all data we are getting, here you can see the URL is assist this one Englishation. So if I'll open, so somewhere I have called this API as well. Okay, so which is there to load the data from this folder. Okay, English and Hindi. Okay, so for now initially once we load this project, so this is getting called this API. Okay, this is the one. Okay, okay, we will see other details as well. Here we can see this is the URL and with palms we are getting with the credential false. Okay, now here once it will go, so now will what I am saying, once the service count is 1, in the sense this is the first API which is getting called, and if it is 1, then show the loader, so it will go inside the loader service whatever we have done. Okay, after that we are calling to this add token. Okay, in that add token what we are doing, will go inside this one. I'll put a debugger. Here you can see we are adding the user service GW token. So this is what I supposed to tell you. In the GW token we are storing the data. If I'll go here, one second, yeah, if I'll open this from the user service, we are storing the user data. Okay, once the user is getting logged in, so we are storing the local storage. Okay, we are getting the item from the local storage once we saved. So this is the part, for example, you already have been logged in and you have stored the data in the local storage, so you can get the data from there. Okay, this is the part where we will get the data as a user. So for now I will get as a null because I have not stored anything. So if you want to see, so I can, what I can do here is, okay, so what I will do, for just understanding purpose I will continue now. If I see in the console, let's go to continue. If I open the local storage now, we will not have any entries here. Yeah, just wait a moment, it is too slow. Let me come here. Local storage, once I open, I see the length is 0. We don't have any entries here, right? So now I will come here. If I'll go inside this function now, so what I told to set this user as a Salim here. Okay, so now if you'll see, the username is Salim is got inserted. So now in the local storage we have a data with the user, so user holding the data with the name of Salim. Okay, so once it will go to the next line, so now come here, wait, I just want to show the response of it. I think it's already been passed. Okay, so what is happening? This entry, it is not in JSON format. Okay, that's the reason it is failing now. So what I can do here is get the item of user. JSON parser is already there. Let me check whether parser is happening or not. It is failing because JSON parser will not work here because we are having a direct entry here. Okay, apart from the Salim, we have a many details as well, right? So for example, I will add something like this. In the JSON format, it's supposed to be the, okay. So now what I will do, I will remove this one because this has to be inserted. So for example, if you have a user form login, so what you supposed to do, this dot login something, your form dot value. So whatever the value you will have, you directly set to this user, so it will be easy to have. Because once I will insert hard coded manually here, I have to remove the other code as well. Okay, so that making as a console error now, so I will remove it now. So you just assume that you have set a some value, you have a some data in the user. Okay, so that user entry will come from your side once you'll do as a register or login. Okay, you just assume that one now. So now I will try to explain the next one. I will tell in the next video how you can store the data in the local storage, and the share data as well I will explain. Okay, how you can utilize the share data. So for now we will go to the next. See, as of now we are calling a two API while loading the page. So here we can see the count is 1 now. So in the count 1 we are saying that you just still that name is there. Okay, I have to clean that one, else it will come. Okay, let me local storage, local storage dot user equal to equal to 0 or something. Yeah, 0, and null I will set null as well, or empty, to avoid that error because it's having a data. So now it will go to the next one. So now we have a empty data here. So let me load it again. Okay, so once it is get loaded here, so first time you will get, this is getting a call first time. Okay, the count will be 1, and here I will remove it. Now if I open this, here the count is 1, the loader will be visible. Now it will come to the second time that the second API is getting called. Okay, the if you will see in the request, let me go to the request side, put in the console. Here this is the API is getting called. When it was 1, it was getting a different call. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are counting the number of APIs being getting called initially. Okay, while loading the project. Similarly, if you adding any other places as well, so that is gonna be work for the entire project. Okay, that is not matter, you have to do always. Okay, so based on your request, that count will come, and once the count is over is equal to 0, the loader service will become as a hide. So the implementation of the loader service already I have make a one video, so you can go through it. So the same video you can refer to utilize the loader service. Okay, so this is the part which is the mostly working for the, so as a loader service and adding to the token to the API headers. Okay, this is the main part. Now come to the code again. Here I will show you one by one. So what I did here in this one, so what we are doing, first we are doing whether how many APIs is there. So we will have a count. So once we will get a count, so that's gonna be increment by 1. So once it is getting count and we are showing to the user as a loader as a visible, once it will be visible, so then we are saying that add the add token. So if I'll go inside this one in the same page, here I have added the user service JWD token. Okay, so here we will have the user detail. Okay, based on the user we are adding the token. So again, based on the request, we have a headers set for this one. Okay, allow origin method delete put everything, so you can make as like this. So once we have a this one, so we are adding a token in the headers. Okay, so this is the returning the API. This is the error handling, so you can add based on your requirement. Okay, these all, it's up to you. So now I will come to the next one, set error. Again, if you have a something else error, you can handle that one as well. So now here in the main intersector, what I do, if I'll open this one, so here we having a backend server, right? If the error is 401 or anything, if any error is there, so it will go for this one. If 401 is there, so it will set as some error, else you can put a hard coded message whatever you want to show to the user. So this is the error handling part. So after doing this one, so 100% based on your API call, your loader will work and your token will be added to the headers. Okay, so after these three things once you have done, so if you'll go to the app.module, in the app.module you have to add a providers over here. In the provider, use the http intersectors and call your classes. Okay, use class token intersector. So if I'll go inside this one, so this is the call which is having a call over here, and multi is true. So this is, that's it. Once you will do this one, so definitely based on your loader. So just one more example, if I open this one, here if you see, here also I have added the loader with the same thing. Okay, this is not up. Let me, so initially once the page is getting load, you can see it is getting the loader will be visible. See here. So this is my customization. You can add based on your requirement. If you want to see it again, I have already logged in. What happened? So this is the customization of my spinner. You can do as per your requirement. So if I'll do as a refresh now, initially you can see it's having a too fast, but it is still visible, right? So similarly, you can add your logic, and it will work 100%. See here you can see this is rotating, right? So if I'll change, see now my API is getting failed because of that. Here we are not getting something, right? So I have to clean the cache, else it is the data is stored in the local storage, that's making a problem. So apart from that, I just want to show you one more thing. So here if I'll go to this API call, let me refresh now. If I open this API, this method get student. Okay, so here you can see the data with the student ID is not in sequence. Here is the 11, here is the 12, here is the 8, here is the 9. So this is the unsequence. How we can replicate, how you can do as a proper sequence. So now if I open this one, so here you can see the data is in the correct sequence, right? This is what I supposed to tell you. Okay, I will explain about how the sorting you can do. This one I have printed. So now you can see the student ID is coming as a sequence wise, so the banding will happen properly. So this is I have called here itself to show you. So what I did, so this is the response which we have a data. So let me print this one as well to make you understand. So now in the console it will get printed two times, and you see the difference between first data and the second data. Okay. So here we can see this is the sorting data, sorted data. Here you can see, right, and this is without sorting data. Okay, sorry, I have done. Okay, this is getting written over there, right? So it definitely it will have a sorted data only. So to make understand what I will do, I will call one more time. Okay, the same method. I will remove this and this one as well, and I'll put this is the different name. Okay, so now I'm going calling multiple times. This will have a response without sorting, and this one will have a sorting data. So I will remove from here as well this one. Now come to the browser. So the two data we have, one is this one. Here you can see without sorted data we have a 8 here, 9 here, and then 10, 12, 13. If I open the first one, sorted data, here you can see this is in the proper sequence, right? Okay, now come to the code. So what we are doing, so once we will get a response from the backend, so we having a sort, okay, then we will take it out the value in the A and B. So we are trying to find out in the A, we will have a student ID, okay, and in the B we will have a student ID, okay. So that we are checking if it is in proper sequence, then return that value. So based on this A and B, so we are making as a sequence sorting. So here we are calling the sorting based on the A and B, okay. So that's it for the video. If you have any doubt, let me know. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. And in the next video, I will show you how you can use a local storage. And if it is possible, I will try to explain the shared data as well, how you can use from one component to other component. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.